She-Hulk fans are being insufferable again, and they're attacking men because clearly they're insecure in how good the actual show is, because otherwise, why would you even need to do that? Let me dive into the video. So I've been seeing tweets like this about on Twitter, where you see the poster for She-Hulk Attorney at Law, but this time it says, "Sorry, incels, not all content is made for you." So it's implying you don't like it, you're an incel. This is clearly directed at men as well. Well, I don't know what to say because I don't like She-Hulk, and I know a lot of other women who find She-Hulk insufferable. So is this directed at us too, or what? And then you got people, so on point, ditto, yes. But like I said, there's definitely some insecurity at play here, which you can see because you wouldn't need to say that. But also, oh look, interesting, She-Hulk fails to make Nielsen's streaming charts, a first for Marvel. Okay. She-Hulk viewership numbers suggest that Marvel Studios and Disney Plus legal sitcom has failed to gain a foothold among American audiences. Nearly 6 weeks in, viewers can finally have a clue of just how well Marvel Studios' She-Hulk has been doing so far, and the result shows a rather underwhelming performance from Disney Plus's latest superhero series. The data comes courtesy of Nielsen's dedicated streaming charts, whose results ranging from August 15th through the 21st show that She-Hulk failed to make the top 10 for original content, a notable first for anything Marvel. Previously, the only data related to the series that had surfaced from Samba TV, which claimed at least 1.5 million households in the United States had tuned in to watch She-Hulk in the 4 days following its August 18th premiere. However, Nielsen's analytics are often considered the industry standard. In short, Nielsen's numbers can definitely rule out that She-Hulk got at least 395 million minutes worth of viewership, as the last show on the top 10 list was Netflix's Instant Dream Home, with that exact total. As usual, Nielsen's top ranking shows are mostly Netflix exclusives, with The Sandman, Stranger Things, Never Have I Ever, and Lock and Key towering above the competition. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. Netflix seems to be dominating this stuff, but no She-Hulk. Not there. So the insecurity is coming out, and as it does, so we've seen this happen before with female-led stuff. We saw it with the Charlie's Angels reboot. We saw it with even Birds of Prey. Okay, which I will admit, I like Birds of Prey. Go ahead and roast me. I know it's ridiculously, insufferably woke, but I did enjoy it for what it was. That's a whole other story, though. I can completely understand why something like that would tank. Well, that's another story. I just liked Harley Quinn. But regardless, yeah, this crap happens, and they always blame men. Why is it always... It's this cycle, too. First, they want to make something that bashes men. They want to make something that emasculates men. And they want to insult men as the marketing strategy. And even, as you see, laid on thick in the show itself, just constantly berating, insulting men, demonizing men as well, which this is way more egregious than something like Birds of Prey was, even though Birds of Prey was far from perfect in that regard. But that said, they want to do that. They want to push for that, and they want to say, oh, well, this isn't made for you. This isn't made for you. Fair enough. Then they don't watch it. And when they don't watch it, the backlash is always, oh, no, misogynists won't watch our show, won't watch our movie. So we're not a success because men are misogynist and don't watch it. It's just talking out of both sides of your mouth. First, you tell them not to watch it, then they don't watch it, and it fails. What do you expect to happen? Also, let's not be purely delusional here. When it comes to any type of superhero type show, any type of Marvel comics, DC comics, any comics like superhero property, mostly is supported by the male demographic anyway. So if you're going to make something that is trying to appeal to women, you don't need to absolutely murder any hope of attaining a male audience as well, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who are going to be supporting it the most. And men do support plenty of female-led properties. I mean, if you're really looking back at Alien, like back then, it's not just people want to act like female-led things, video games, movies, TV shows, or just, or even in the action genre, are just this new thing. Oh, yay, Gen Z invented women. They love to act like that. But this has honestly been a thing. For a very long time, we've seen women take lead roles in some pretty big male-dominated properties or genres. And the reason why they were successful is because men supported it. Let's be real. So this whole gender war definitely isn't helping anybody. It's not helping women, that's for sure. It doesn't help us in our day-to-day life whenever you got people like, heck, there was that one tweet that just dropped too, which this makes me think of, and I retweeted it. Let me find it. So the Mythbusters girl, she posted this on her Facebook, and it said, "A man just stopped me to ask if I'm a car mechanic. My first thought was, oh no, does he need jumper cables? Then I realized it's because I'm wearing my coveralls. I said, no, these are my Eton pants. I can't fit in my skinny jeans no more." He laughs without detecting any sarcasm. I'm pretty sure this is the same guy that wants you to name 3 songs of the band shirt you're wearing from the concert you went to, but as a girl, you clearly couldn't have loved. Just another day being a woman justifying your existence. Hashtag mansplaining. This is so frustrating on multiple levels. So it's like a guy just simply ask you a question. Like, this was said so well. It says, trying to figure out why the lady from Mythbusters is so annoyed about a guy asking her a question, laughing at her joke, and then leaving her alone. You can't even exist as a dude in society without people coming at you and people. This is what's so jarring about the whole gender war thing going on, or about the trying to make it seem like women are oppressed in the United States, which don't even get me freaking started about what's going on in Iran right now with women who are forced to wear a hijab or they're getting actually murdered. This is actual misogyny, actual sexism going on in another country here. But no, let's just make our own problems. Let's just make up our own problems with this whole mansplaining thing. Oh, woe is me. In America, I'm a free woman able to do whatever I want in this country, but woe is me. A guy asked if I was a mechanic. Seriously? Can you imagine how insulting that must be for an Iranian woman to be watching social media and see something like this? They want to talk about, all these woke people want to talk about privilege. This is some freaking privilege if this upset you. And this is just frustrating as, as women who aren't involved in all this stupid idiocy, okay? Let's call it what it is. But as women who aren't involved in that, which is most of us, even though a lot of these feminists and extremists and all that, they want to call women like me a pick-me. Oh, I'm not like other girls. Pick me. But it's quite the opposite, because the actual statistics have shown that like 2/3 of women don't even identify as feminists. Now, when you really decompartmentalize it, and if you were to say even the 1/3 of women who identify as feminists, I'm sure a huge chunk of those don't even identify with modern feminism. So that makes it even less. So a lot of these super woke, super extremist feminists, the message that they're saying and all that and trying to victimize themselves, they're really being the pick-me's here. Pick me, pick poor little me, I'm a victim, poor me, feel sorry for me. And it's stupid. But this is where we're at. So this kind of attitude ruins things for most women. Because, you know, what about us single ladies who are perfectly fine with being approached by a man or who actually want it? Because we don't all want to rely on dating apps, which are absolutely the worst, okay? So what about us single girls who there's an attractive guy out there that we might like, who and we'll never know. He ain't gonna approach us. And then with the way, maybe we like things a little more traditional. We don't want to be the pursuer, so on and so forth. You know, this makes things more difficult for women, and it's really stupid. So this whole demonizing men thing that She-Hulk has done, and I've gone on tangents about She-Hulk and made videos about that as well. But one thing that I keep finding that they do on the show is just bombard you with problem after problem after problem that women experience. Because, I mean, there is some reality to, okay, yeah, there are times where being a woman, you are afraid to walk out to your car at night. You might need a brass knuckle thing on your keychain, which I have, or conceal carry, all that. Because women are weaker than men as a whole. So yeah, for that reason, we sometimes will be in situations where it's a little scary. But the way that this show tries to paint those type of situations is that it's just, they bombard you so hard with it that it's just like, this is every single day of existence. Every single day you're going to just be bombarded by problematic men just 10 times a day, every single day, when it's just not even close to the reality of it. Is all of the negative instances that are happening and that men are putting on, you know, She-Hulk here in this show, are usually rare occasions. They do happen sometimes, but it's not something that you get bombarded with to nearly the degree that this show tries to make it out. So they're just trying to make women perpetual victims. They want to keep us down, and it's stupid. There's bigger problems going on in the world, so freaking get over it, dude. We need men, and men need us. That's just how the world goes round. So anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.